Hey, Anthony here with another lesson from Alfred's Essentials of Music Theory series. In this video, I'll cover Unit 2, Lesson 9. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new video. There is an index with links in the description so you can easily find the lessons you need. Okay, let's get right into it. Today we're talking about whole, half, and quarter rests. So music is not only made up of sounds, but also the silence between sounds. The duration of musical silence is determined by the value of the rest. And this is something that any musician will tell you, is that the rest is just as important as the notes themselves. A lot of times as a teacher, I tell my students to actually imagine having to play the rest, like having to play the silence. So rests are hugely important, and they're so important that they have their own individual symbols and names and everything. Okay. So here's what a whole rest looks like. A whole rest means to rest for a whole measure. A half rest is equal to half of a whole rest, and a quarter rest is equal to 1/4 of a whole rest. Here's one way I like to remember it. Like, the whole rest looks like this, right? Boom, 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 boom. So imagine like a guy is kind of walking along, right? La-di-da-di-da-di, and he's gonna fall into the hole. Ah! So there is your whole rest. A half rest, right, looks like this. It kind of looks like a hat. So the whole rest is literally a hole the guy falls into, and a half rest is literally a hat. I guess not literally, but that's how I like to remember it. All right. So it hangs down from the fourth line. That's another way you can think about it. So here we go. A whole rest, one whole rest equals 2 half rests, or it equals 4 quarter rests. 1 half rest equals 2 quarter rests. Right? A whole note's the same as a whole rest. A half note's the same as a half rest. A quarter note's the same as a quarter rest, right? So they each have their equivalent counterpart as both a note and a rest. In 4/4 time, quarter note rests are equal to 1 beat, right? So if you have quarter note, quarter rest, quarter note, quarter rest, they each get a one beat. Half rests are equal to 2 beats. So there you go, it gets 2 beats. And a whole rest is equal to 4 beats, so it takes up the whole measure. All right, flipping that over, digging into the exercises. Okay, so fill in the correct number. So this is just basic math, right? You got to figure out, okay, how many of what thing goes into the other thing. So how many half notes does it take to equal a whole note? The answer is 2. They've already got that for you. How many quarter notes go into a half note? It's going to be 2. How many half notes does it take to make 4 quarter notes? Half notes are 2 apiece. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 4 quarter notes, so that's going to be 2 half notes. That's going to be 1 whole note. Fill in the correct number. A whole rest. How many whole rests equals 2 half rests? The answer is 1. How many half rests equals 4 quarter rests? That's going to be 2. C. How many quarter rests equals 1 half rest? It's going to be 2. And for D, how many whole rests, how many quarter rests equals 1 whole rest? And that answer is going to be 4. All right, next part, trace the second quarter rest and then draw 4 more. So it goes trace that second one. Now you don't have to be a calligrapher to do this. Just go boom, 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 boom. I always say zig, zag, zig, swoosh. Zig, zag, zig, swoosh. Zig, zag, zig, swoosh. It doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes people just do a number 3. I've seen when they do it. You know, I like to try to get it close-ish to the quarter rest, but your handwriting doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's clear and people know what you're trying to write, it should be useful. Fill in the second half rest, then draw 4 more. So again, you're just putting that half rest right on top of that third line, just like that. Oh, that's a little sloppy, but you get the idea. And then the whole rest, just go ahead and have that hanging down from the 4th line. And there's your whole rests. Just like that. All right. Looks like I'm missing some staff here, but that shouldn't really matter too much. So here we go. Divide the staff into 4 measures with a double bar at the end. So let's just divide it into 4 measures. Boom. Put a double bar at the end. There we go. All right, fill in the first bar with a whole rest. So again, coming down from that fourth line, you put your whole rest right there. Fill the second bar with 2 half rests. So those are going to be coming up from that line. So 1 half rest, and here's another half rest. Fill the third bar with 4 quarter rests. So again, you got your zigzag, zig, swoosh, zigzag, zig, swoosh, zigzag, zig, swoosh, zigzag, zig, swoosh. And then fill in the final bar with 1 half rest and 2 quarter rests. So 1 half rest and zigzag, zig, swoosh, zigzag, zig, swoosh, 2 quarter rests. And there you have it. So thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe. Click the links to watch the next lesson or jump ahead to the Unit 2 review.